Mr. Bowtie here. Keep banging home that YouTube subscribe button so that way you can stay up to date on all the local coverage not found elsewhere, and follow me on Twitter at Mr. Bowtie 1982. It's fast, it's free, and you'll make my mother proud. Thank you so much and enjoy the show. All right, Doug Hodo III, alumni of Boerne High. Doug, first off, before we get to Texas, Boerne High had another great season. They lost in the fourth round to Cal Allen, where Steve Chapman got the record-breaking win. I know you hated to see Boerne not get to Dish Folk to play in the 4A semis, but still just a thought on watching them this year and how well they played even after Cole Phillips went out with that injury.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to see. Obviously, playoffs haven't been too friendly for Boerne the past decade or so, but it's just cool to see the development of those guys that are coming up in that program, and a lot of them getting the chance to play collegiate ball has been super cool to see. But yeah, it's been cool to see. Hate to see them lose, but it's awesome seeing those guys' development.
Yeah, and you see so many guys from Boerne High. I know I mentioned Cole Phillips will still get drafted next month in the draft. Rashawn Galloway is going to Texas State, so you'll play him in some midweek games, and who knows, maybe in the future you may play against him in a future NCAA tournament.
Right. It's cool because I got to play a little bit with Rashawn and Cole before they're committed as they're freshmen. So I think the conversations we've had with each other have been rewarding to see them get to play at the next level.
Your dad, Doug II, he, of course, played at Texas for a while. He had a great career at UT. He played in the playoffs as well. What advice has he been giving you previously when you first got to UT and now UT being back in the College World Series? What has he been telling you to kind of help you deal with the zoo that Omaha can be?
I mean, even going back towards last year, he really just nothing much about baseball really, but just enjoying the experience and competing and really soaking it all in, because it's hard to get there. And we've seen that with so many teams this year that were supposed to get there and didn't end up making it there. I think it's just a great opportunity for us, and really just being where your feet are is what he's been saying, and enjoying the moment.
You guys are back in there. How does that past experience of being in it last year help you out, because of how this is a zoo with 6 of the 8 teams being in the SEC or going into the SEC, plus Notre Dame having a lot of ties to San Antonio? How's that past experience help you all out heading into Omaha?
It's huge. I mean, I think we're the most experienced team in the field. I think having the experience of playing bad and playing good in Omaha has been a huge deal for our season. I think that's why we're in the same spot again this coming week. But I think once you get to these last 8 teams, everyone's good. So you need every advantage you can get. And I think having that experience and knowing what it's like it's definitely an advantage.
The East Carolina series out in Greenville, you all dropped the first game. Then you had to deal with the back and forth of game 2. Then the third game, you have, what was it, like a 5-6 hour weather delay. You're on the road. You're not at home. You're not able to go someplace familiar and wait it out. How does that win propel this program, not just for the win or for going to the College World Series, but how does that help you all out into the future, that one game and that one 9-hour marathon?
I think it just shows that we're resilient and we're battle tested. I mean, we've had a tough season, especially on our road series like South Carolina, Kansas State. We've struggled there, but having to experience the same kind of things and add on a rain delay and add on a crazy game 2, I think just shows that we're kind of getting over that hump of playing a little worse on the road than we are at home. And I think that's going to be a huge advantage for us in Omaha.
The bracket, as we mentioned, you have Notre Dame, who you'll play up first. Then you'll play A&M or Oklahoma, either in the second round, depending on who wins and who loses. We know there's no love lost between Texas and A&M, or Texas and Oklahoma. So we know that second game you all play, that's going to be kind of a zoo. What's the difference going to be like going up against either Texas A&M, the Lone Star Showdown, or the Red River Showdown with Oklahoma?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely adds a little spice to the games, especially because it's in Omaha and especially because they're rivals. But I think as a team, we're going to treat it like it's another game. Obviously, there's going to be more energy in the stands and a little bit more juice within the dugout. But at the same time, it's just baseball and it's just another game, and we have to treat it like that, or else we're gonna let it slip.
I have to ask you, Doug, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but the news came out that one of the anthem singers that was at the College World Series, where both Texas and Oklahoma were at, he got banned from singing the national anthem in Omaha, because I think he's an A&M alum and he did the upside down horns. I guess that kind of shows you how crazy this week is going to be, where now there's more storylines even with the national anthem.
Right. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff going outside of the stadium and just a lot of stories going along with the rivalry and fans. But I mean, we're not too worried about that.
You think, is it one of those times where you wish for just 5 minutes during the game, you could, instead of being Doug Hodo, the great Texas player, you could actually kind of be out in the stands or be out in the parking lot and kind of sit through all the lunacy that's going to be going on in the parking lot, and the fans, all the tailgating and all that stuff?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think I'll just stick to being on the field at this time.
Doug, appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Best wishes to you in Omaha.
I appreciate it. Thanks for interviewing us.